Like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Yes, it's me again, and I'm back. Woo.
Y'all, I seriously put this video together because I still have answers. There has been, I want to say 3 to 4 different versions of the story as to what happened with Kaja and this new guy that she showed on IG Live on June 29th, 2024. I hope this video helps you to understand the chain of events as well as my complete confusion as to what exactly occurred here. All right, guys, let's get into this one.
Hey.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
People coming.
Hey. Hey, Chief, why not? Hey, Medea. Oh
You know
my
these
God.
people? Oh, your friends?
There'll be articles written about this in the morning. I'm
Oh,
sure.
really? Go to the front
yeah.
page?
Yeah.
Front page news?
The front page of the YouTube news.
Oh, wow.
Okay, everybody, so I'm starting out this video with clips from a live stream that Kaja did on June 29th, 2024, before I get into her partner Talib's response to the events that occurred during that live stream with another guy. I will also be inserting voice note clips from a pre-recorded interview that I did with both Kaja and Talib, because the story of this incident, what went down, how it happened, is quite confusing, and even where it stands today.
Who is that? Who are you?
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but what y'all think? Y'all think he looked better than Talib, younger than Talib, more fit? What? Let me know in the comments, y'all. What are y'all thoughts? I know the lighting could be better. And due to that bad lighting, I went ahead and got a picture from his IG page so that you guys could get a better look at him. Now tell me, what do y'all think? Does he look better than Talib? I mean, he is ripped, but what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Now, I'm inserting all of these clips for a specific reason, y'all. So I want y'all to pay close attention. The next clip is going to show Kaja and this mystery guy getting rather intimate with each other on live on IG.
I hear what you're saying. That he doesn't seem like a supportive.
So they share a very, what looks like intimate kiss. She leans in, he's standing over her, and they are kissing. Next, I'll be inserting parts of a pre-recorded interview completed with Kaja and Talib on July 6th, 2024. Now remember, the live stream that occurred on IG with the mystery man happened on June 29th, 2024. And Kaja and Talib were gracious enough to sit down with me and thoroughly discuss the situation, the circumstances, and what exactly happened. Now, if you would like to hear the full pre-recorded interview that I did with Kaja and Talib, the date of that live stream is July 8th, and the thumbnail is a picture of Kaja and Talib. I'm going to just ask you straightforward. Are you guys back together?
Yes. Yes, we do. Yes, we are.
Well, okay. So I'm assuming that the live stream with the guy, that was a complete mistake.
It was. If this is chess, that was a blunder.
Oh.
But at the same time, looking at it from the positive, it was a good idea. Fruit came out. Yes.
That's good.
Depends on the perspective.
I know, but in your voice notes to me, Talib, you was pretty hot. You was like, she cheated.
Because she always could have communicated with me. That's why that happened. Because there was lack of communication.
This last time. I ain't even finna hold y'all, but I'm gonna go ahead and insert Talib's voice notes so that you guys can hear his initial response to this situation. I'm going to insert them throughout this pre-recording. Okay, guys? So just listen.
Peace and love. I just want to say I'm grateful for you because I had no idea. I apologize for the late response, by the way. But I had no idea that Kaj was doing what she did. I didn't have any clue that she was with some other guy. I ain't have a clue. The story behind what Kaj did is nuts. It's nuts. It's super dirty and it's nuts. But yeah, I just wanted to say, hope you have an excellent day today. I really appreciate you. Cause yeah, I was clueless, man, and I was clueless, and she wasn't letting me know anything. She wasn't communicating me. She wasn't talking to me about what she wanted to do. So that shit it just caught me off guard, I'm happy, by the way.
So that was the first voice note that Talib sent me in response to the video that was posted of Kaja with this other guy. Okay? Now we're going to get back to the pre-recorded interview with myself, Kaja, and Talib. And I need you guys to pay close attention because during this video, I will be sharing 3 different versions of the same story of how Kaja and this new guy got together and hooked up. So, pay close attention because I will be asking you guys to weigh in the comments.
Lack of communication.
This last time was old dude with Vecino, right?
Carlo.
I had done that, and immediately I knew. I was like, I am not saving this live. Because, I didn't, maybe realize it in that moment, but it was because I felt guilty and nasty.
Why did you feel guilty and nasty? Because you felt guilty because you were cheating, or because...
No, not because I was cheating. I didn't feel as though I was cheating. But for doing that act and doing it online, like live, and then when I saw that you were there recording, I was like, well, I'm just gonna let it play out and just see how it happens. I don't know.
Conclusion, but in the voice message that Talib sent me, he said that you had intercourse with this guy. Did you have intercourse with him, or were you guys just vibing?
Multiple times. Oh, you can answer. I apologize. Go ahead.
Multiple times.
Okay. Talib?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this the first time you're hearing it, or
Hearing which part?
the multiple times?
Oh no, I'm a very open and forgiving person because I'm I've done things that I wasn't at my best. You know what I'm saying? So like I have to forgive others. And
so let's get to the nitty and the gritty then. Was this all done on live to try to get Talib to like either pay attention or like straighten up, or like what was your reason? Because everybody has a reason.
I asked the same question. Were you under the influence of any intoxicants that night?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had been drinking.
Okay.
I had been drinking. We had stayed up and watched the debate, had like a debate watching party. I know that sounds super cheesy AF, but that's not something I ever usually do. And I should have known, you know what, that should have been it wasn't the first red flag, but it should have been a red flag that this is not the type of energy that I'm used to even being around. Like, it was just so interesting and different that I just was curious, and I just wanted to. I wanted to go check it out. Like, okay, let's go check this out. And I definitely shouldn't have been checking it out with, like, with that, with all the alcohol.
Now, have you, since that night, been with this guy again, or?
Yeah.
Oh, since that night?
Yeah.
When was the last time?
We going to tell it. Yesterday.
Oh, okay. So what makes you believe that you want to be with Talib? Okay, guys, let me interject real quick. So that we are clear, Kaja is indicating that she was intimate with the same guy on multiple occasions, to include the day before this pre-recorded interview. I just want to make sure that that's clear. Okay, but let me ask you this. If it doesn't get any better than Talib, then why were you with the guy yesterday?
Well, leading up until that, okay, when I had moved from out of Talib's house into my own apartment, which was like 2-something months ago, March. Okay. Then from that, okay, right before I ended up leaving, Talib and I had a conversation, and it was kind of like things had really, for me, in my perspective, things had really become like stagnant. We weren't really we weren't having sexual intimacy as often as I would have definitely liked to have. And we've already talked about it, and we've come to an understanding about why, now that all this has happened, and this has already been discussed, of course. And I'm so thankful that we really moved past it. However, at that time, things were already kind of like getting pretty, like, no, to me, in my perspective, and I do tend to like be nervous and have anxiety and worry about the future, or in the past, that's how it was, like worrying about things. And so, of course, if I'm putting that that energy of repelling and worry and stuff, of course, it's not going to attract my partners want to be with me. And so anyway, that's apparently that's what I had set in place for myself. So Talib and I weren't really being intimate, hardly at all, before I left the house. Okay, so long story short, Kaja indicated that because of a lack of intimacy, that is why she sought refuge in the arms of this man. Now, Talib went live today, and this is what he had to say about Kaja's encounter with that mystery man.
Okay. About that whole situation. This is what happened. It's my story. So I get a message online from Medea, and she sent me a video of Kaja with this dude, and Kaja's in the bed with him. And this shit, when I see, so eventually I contact Kaja, and we've been talking about it. We start talking about it every day. Every day, ever since June the 29th, me and Kaja have been talking about this guy that I don't know, and she
Okay, the first thing that I would like to say is that the math is not mathing, y'all, because the live stream with this, new guy, I'm going to just say new guy so we know who I'm referring to. But the live stream with the new guy was done on June 29th. I uploaded the video and premiered it on June 30th. And I also sent him the link to that video on June 30th. So I'm confused as to how they would have been talking about it since the night it happened, unless Kaja reached out to him because, I mean, she saw me in the comments. She saw me come in the room. And y'all know when I go in the room under my Medea page, chances are I am recording.
That I don't know, and she barely even know, right? So like,
under the fair use doctrine of the US copyright statute, it is permissible to use limited portions of a work including quotes, for purposes such as commentary, criticism, news reporting, and scholarly reports. There are no legal rules permitting the use of a specific number of words, a certain number of musical notes, or percentage of a work. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
right? So like, recently, especially these past 2 days, she's been opening up and giving me more information about what's been happening and what happened with that man. I ain't gonna put his name in it. I'm gonna just say with that man. So I see Kaj on this video laying in the bed with this man who clearly has been drinking with her. Clearly. And Kaj in the video is clearly drunk. Clearly. And while she's in this video, she's talking about her boyfriend. She's talking about me. Talking about how much she loved me.
Okay, guys, so we're going to take a look at exactly what Kaja said in response to the comments and them asking her where her man is at, Talib. Okay? Now, we're going back to the live stream that happened on the 29th of June. Check this out, y'all.
Look, I'm telling you, these are straight up reporters. Right? Look, why are you guys laying together? Well, Mom,
They're just chilling.
there comes a time.
We're telling Valentine's stories right now.
Yeah, there comes a time when,
Same stories. It's same stories. That's what you know.
Where's my boyfriend? Excuse me, ma'am. Who are you? What do you know? Tell me what my boyfriend's name is. If you can tell me who my boyfriend's name is, I'll tell you where he is. Give me his name, and I'll tell you his exact location. Oh, Talib. I would say Talib's at home. Mm-hmm. Any more questions?
Yeah, ask him more.
Okay, so Kaja responded to the comments and, said that Talib must be at home. And then she kind of moves on a little bit. But further on in the live, she does talk about Talib again. Guys, check out this clip.
Mm-hmm. Don't look back. No, never look back. Never look back. So I take that, Jassy. I take that you didn't care for Talib, or I really love Talib. He's great. He's like the best leader. Like for everybody, was going after like the golden boy Eligio back in the day, and
Like that.
huh?
Did you like that?
Yes.
Okay.
I do like that.
You do like that.
I do like that. I will like that. I am like that, baby.
Like that.
But anyway, what I was saying about Eligio is that he was just like the voice box of everything that Talib Wasi Bey was actually living and about. He actually is living and is about not just keeping the knowledge, right? Which was what Eligio was focused on. Okay, you can keep the knowledge from here to Timbuktu, but if you're not living it and making that your reality, then who the fuck cares about keeping some knowledge? Like, you know, Talib's out here doing it. He's helping people. He's helping people in his community. He's rebuilding damaged buildings from the hurricanes. He's doing everything. He's amazing. So I love Talib. He's the best. He's a super best. I love him so much. And he taught me a lot. He definitely taught me a lot. Even though his living is not as much. Uh-huh. Yeah. I hear what you're saying, that he doesn't seem like a supportive. He doesn't seem like a supportive. Supportive partner is what I was saying. But was he supportive? I would say yes. I would say yes, he's supportive with certain things. Oh, I'm just saying what you're doing. He's supportive with certain things. Oh, I got 3 watchers now. Oh, goodness. I see you, live in 1946. I see you. What are you doing over here?
I want you to come over here and touch me. I want you to come over here and touch on me. I'm touching all over here. Keep filming this. I'm fucking filming this.
I'm filming you.
Stop it. Too bad.
Just your face.
Okay, so she does actually have a bit of a dialogue regarding Talib in response to the comments. So it's not like she was sitting there the entire, I think her live was like 45 minutes plus. She wasn't talking about him the whole time. Not at all. I reviewed the entire live from 6/29/2024, and those instances that I just showed you were the only 2 times that Kaja spoke about Talib. Now, let's go back to Talib's live stream that he did on 7/8/2024.
Has been drinking with her, clearly. And Kaj in the video is clearly drunk, clearly. And while she's in this video, she's talking about her boyfriend. She's talking about me, talking about how much she loved me. Okay? And while she's talking about how she feel about me, he's kissing her and shit as she's got my name in her mouth. Okay? Super disrespectful. And off camera, he going down on her and shit while she's still talking about me. And off camera, he going down on her and shit while she's still talking about me. Okay?
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but how does he know that she was getting mouthed while she was on that live stream? How does he know that? She must have told him, y'all. Y'all think he making her tell him step by step of every time that they slept together, how it happened, who was on top, who was on the bottom, who did oral, who did this? He probably trying to find out all of the details. I mean, I would, if my partner cheated on me, I would want to know all the details too.
Me. Okay? So I'm just kind of sitting back like, dang, okay, if that's what she want, then that's cool, but I wanna get some answers and shit. I just don't understand it. Well, the details recently just came out, and she was telling me that this man was offering her alcohol every day and had her drunk every day, in the morning and at nighttime. She wake up, alcohol. Middle of the day, alcohol. Nighttime, alcohol. And I'm like, Kaj, when's the last time you even drank before you was with this guy? She said, I probably have drank 3 times since I've been at my house. Probably three days in about 4 months. So I said, okay, Kaj, I seen you were clearly drunk in that video. You've been over there a lot. You told me you went over there like 6-7 times. You've been over there a lot. You told me you went over there like 6-7 times. You've been over there a lot. You told me you went over there like 6-7 times. How many times did you?
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but why doesn't Talib have a problem with the fact that Kaja admits that she not only went to this guy's house, but she did it on multiple occasions? Like, why is that not an issue? Why are you not hot and bothered about that, Talib?
Drunk in that video, you've been over there a lot. You told me you went over there like 6-7 times. How many times did you go over there and y'all had any kind of sexual engagements and you were sober? She said, I was always, it was always alcohol involved. It was always weed involved. Always. And I said, Kaj, that's real bad. That's real dangerous. Actually, you got this person who you don't really know, and he know that you already got somebody, you already thinking about somebody else, and he keeping you under the influence of alcohol. So you can't make sound decisions. You got alcohol and you got weed, and then you tell me he offering you drugs too? That's real bad, Kaj. That's real bad. Because that sounds like a man who is a predator, a sexual predator. That's what it sounds like. I ain't making no accusations, but that's what it sounds like. It sounds like a man who is intentionally having a woman be incoherent so that she cannot make sound decisions with sound reasoning.
I ain't even finna hold y'all. I just want to say something real quick to Talib. Talib, I understand that you are very confused right now and you're seeking answers. But I just want to let you know that you cannot get up on Beyonce's internet making such statements and or claims about people simply because your woman chose to go to that man's house on several different occasions and got drunk and high and was intimate with him. But you can't be mad at that man. You need to be mad at the person that you have the commitment with, and that's Kaja. And you need to stop trying to make excuses for her as well. That man ain't no predator. That man was getting in where he fit in. That's all he was doing. Nothing but a squirrel trying to get a nut.
Sound decisions with sound reasoning. You see? Sound reasoning. So he got her drunk. He got her high. He offering the drugs. And I'm like, wow, bro, like, why didn't you say all of this shit, Kaj? Like, why didn't you give all of these details? This shit is very important because it let us know the behavior of the character. It let us know what's really going on. I really think that of sound judgment, sober thoughts, sound mind, Kaja wouldn't even did nothing with that dude. Cause she don't move like that. You ever have a friend or a family member, right? A friend or a family member who acts a certain way.
I ain't finna hold y'all, but all I'm hearing coming out of Talib's mouth is a bunch of excuses that he is making for Kaja's behavior. I know plenty of people who've been drunk and high and didn't cheat on their partner. Like, I don't know, maybe he going through something. Maybe he really going through, because he probably never would have thought in a million years that Kaja would have stepped out on him.
Right? A friend or a family member who acts a certain way and you know them very well. And then one day, they just start doing erratic shit. They have erratic behavior. They start doing things that are out of their character. Totally out of character. The first thing you're going to do is go, yo, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's going on with you? You know, like, you don't normally act like this, right? And now that the details are here, I said, oh, yo, this dude getting you drunk intentionally, he always offering you alcohol, and you ain't even been drinking. So he ain't ever around you sober, and he ain't trying to keep you sober. You ain't looking at that pattern. I'm like, Kaj, you ain't looking at that pattern. You know, I made sure to message this dude and tell him that I love him and I forgive him. Because I understand the importance of forgiveness. I understand it. I understand that you have to forgive other people so that you yourself can be forgiven too. Because sometimes...
Now, wait a minute. Hold up. Talib, I am so lost. What do you need to forgive this man for? And you love him? That is, I'm sorry. I gotta be straight up. That's some simp type behavior. Straight up. Because he slept with your girl on multiple occasions. And according to you, he's a predator, and he plied her with drugs and alcohol in order to make her come to his house every single time that this alleged alcohol induced and drug induced sex happened. So what do you got to forgive him for? The person that you need to be forgiving is Kaja. That's who you need to forgive.
Other people so that you yourself can be forgiven too. Because sometimes we make not good decisions and sometimes we make good decisions sometimes. You know, that's part of learning. The failure is how we get to the success, you know. But like, I told him, you know, my feelings are hurt from all of this shit, bro. Like, I don't even know you. You don't even know me. Like, what the fuck? And you can clearly tell it's somebody else involved, bro. He can't say, oh, well, she was single and I ain't know this. And he can't say he didn't know shit because the proof is out there. Shout out to Medea. Because Medea got the proof. You see? She got the proof. He can't say he didn't know shit. He can't say he didn't know. But obviously in the video you can tell that the nigga didn't even give a fuck about the details. All he wanted was some pussy. And he made sure he was going to get it because he put that alcohol in there. And kept it in there. And then that shit started to escalate. And I told Kaj, I said, you know, he was always offering you drinks. You know, I asked her, was he offering you drinks a lot? She said, oh yeah, you know, there was times where I wouldn't even finish my drink. And he'd still be like, oh, let me get you a refill. I said, yo, this nigga creepy as fuck, bro. That's a creepy ass nigga, cuz. That's fucking creepy, bro. Like, you know what? I don't want to create a narrative. My personal opinion, my personal perception about some shit like that, that's some creepy. That behavior right there is questionable. That's questionable, okay? So yeah, like, now I'm in this mode, you know. Kaj ain't even feeling too good right now. Not feeling too good. You know, I'm just saying, it's an interesting coincidence that every single day she's going over there, she's intoxicated. Every time I talk to her, she's intoxicated. Every time, 24/7. There's clearly something wrong with that. A person that doesn't normally drink is intoxicated 24/7, daytime to nighttime. Something wrong with that picture, fam. Something wrong with that picture. Weed and alcohol don't even mix. And weed, alcohol, and drugs definitely don't mix. That's how you get fucked up. Kaj told me this dude offered to give her a drug cocktail from a party pack he had.
Jamie began to tell me how he stared at my breasts through my tank tops and imagined me naked while he masturbated in the bathroom. All of this truly shocked me. I didn't know how to respond because I was still focused on how I was going to get back to Mississippi. They then started talking about how Jamie knew a guy. They then started talking about how Jamie knew a guy who would buy them plane tickets to wherever they were planning on going. My heart dropped because I still knew that I still had nowhere to go, no one to call, and no money at all.
I remember Kosha telling me the story. Onika never really told me, but Kosha spilled the beans one day. But it was like not taken serious. It's like a laughing matter. She said something about one of the guys got off of her mom and went to you. And I'm like, dang, what kind of situation did y'all get yourself involved in? But I ain't really asked no questions.
Guys, if you're interested in being one of the first people to get this book, it is available for pre-order now. All you have to do is go to Liz's IG page, which is here on the screen right now. Click on the link in her bio, and it will take you directly to Amazon.com so you could go ahead and get on the pre-order list today.
From a party pack he had. And I went, Kaj, you was in such a dangerous situation. I really wish with everything in me that you would have said something, because that is such a dangerous situation. Involving alcohol, involving the chemicals, involving the drugs, involving the weed. That is such a dangerous situation with a stranger, a person you don't even fucking know. And for me, like, knowing all the details I know, I look back at the video and I'm looking at the comments in Instagram and I'm like, these bitches commenting on here, this shit's so stupid. They ain't even looking at the whole picture. They ain't even looking at the whole picture. They ain't even looking at Kaja as a victim. They ain't even looking at the whole picture. They ain't even looking at the whole picture. They ain't even looking at Kaja as a victim. They ain't even looking at Kaja as a victim. They ain't even looking at Kaja as a victim. They're like, oh.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but how does she become a victim in this scenario when she indicated in our pre-recorded interview that she has interacted sexually with this man on multiple occasions, to include the day right before the pre-recorded interview that I had with them? Like, I don't I think that Talib is trying to paint this narrative to make himself feel better about the situation. Because one thing I know about a woman, honey, child, she ain't gonna go back. Not for seconds. Not unless the first time was finger licking good. You understand me?
They ain't even looking at Kaj as a victim. They're like, oh yeah, let's celebrate this new guy that Kaj don't even fucking know. Stupid bitches. Let's celebrate this new guy that Kaj don't even know. She don't even know him. That's stupid. You always need to ask details when something going on, man. Always. Always. So I'm upset. I gotta forgive the people that was commenting in the video, because there's no way that they would have knew the details about the situation. But it's really premature that they would just start, the women in the video would just start saying stuff and encouraging the behavior, not being aware that that wasn't normal behavior and it wasn't good behavior. It wasn't. Kaj wasn't even in a safe situation, and they in the video commenting on it, encouraging it. That's crazy. Hola. Hola. That's crazy. These are the coconuts right here.
Hey guys, he mutes the live stream to talk to whoever that is. And while we have this brief intermission, I want to go ahead and remind you guys to smash the heck out of that like button, drop me some comments, and share. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, subscribe today. Set your notifications to all so that you're notified when I go live or add new content.
So yeah, man, it really bothers me, like everything I've seen, because of what I understand. I don't like to make premature decisions with what I see, because I want to understand everything that I'm looking at before I start passing judgments and having comments and things like that, because I could be wrong. I actually could be wrong. So I let time pass by. I let the facts come out. And once the facts come out, then I'll come up with my perception of it. I like, if I'm in a situation to where I just don't understand what's going on, I'm going to ask questions. I'm just going to ask questions. You see? But I'm telling y'all, to whoever watching, especially if you've seen that video and you had something to say, I'm letting you know that that person was keeping her intoxicated, keeping her. Kaj was in the trap, man. What's up, luxury, peace, and love? Kaj was in the trap, man. And what was happening to her, it wasn't even right. I don't even feel comfortable. I'm disturbed by this whole situation. Super disturbed by it, you know? But I want to make sure that for those that are aware of what's going on, y'all get to know my feelings, man. It's messed up. The whole situation messed up. Think about it, yo. Why would a woman, a single mother, go do something like that? What? There's got to be something else involved. You know one thing she told me? Kaj told me, she said, you know, I was drinking a lot, but for whatever reason, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't sleep at night. She said, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't sleep at night. And I said, yeah, because normally, I know her. I said, normally, when you drink, you get sleepy. I know that. So if you're staying up all night, there's something else going on. There's something else going on there. The first time she told me that he offered her that drink cocktail with all of them drugs in it, I said, yo, I hope you was watching him make your drinks. I really hope you was watching him make your drinks. And she said she wasn't. So she don't even know if he could have been slipping stuff in her drinks already. She don't even know. She don't even know. And that disturbs me, fam. That disturbs me. My feelings hurt from all of that stuff. From everything he did. He don't even fucking know me. He don't even know me. He don't even know her. That's the other part. He don't know her. They had only known each other maybe a few days. A few days. That's the other part. He don't know her. They had only known each other maybe a few days. A few days. That's not how Kaja moved.
So now they'd only known each other for a few days, and it's the guy's fault that he only knew her for a few days before he got them yams. It's his fault that you're disturbed by what he did. Okay, Talib. All right, y'all, send a prayer out for Talib.
A few days. That's not how Kaja moved, man. That ain't what she do. I know. Luxury right here, you saying don't be disturbed. I know it's a lesson. I appreciate God. You know, I appreciate the advice. I appreciate the healthy perspective. I appreciate the love and support. As usual, you already know what time it is. But this luxury, this is a pretty crazy situation right here. This is a crazy situation. And if it happened to you and or one of your friends.
Interested in a great read? Check out Greatness is a Habit authored by Aaron Dixon, also known as True. Many of you know him as True. He has authored this amazing read. The book is available on Apple Books. Get your copy today and stay motivated to win.
This is a crazy situation. And if it happened to you and or one of your friends, you would agree. You would agree. You know, anybody would agree. So I'm just bothered by this whole thing, man. I'm bothered. You know, I don't want nobody to, you know, do anything to him, anything like that. I'm not trying to get anybody punished. I ain't on that. I ain't on that. You know, I don't want nobody to, you know, do anything to him, anything like that. I'm not trying to get anybody punished. I ain't on that. I ain't on that.
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but somebody go over to Puerto Rico and take Talib's phone out of his hand. He need to be put on timeout. Because I know he don't think that somebody is going to go chin check this dude because his old lady stepped out on him. Boy, you sound about crazy right now.
Anybody punished, I ain't on that. I ain't on that. Of course, I want to seek some kind of understanding, etc., but I ain't trying to be self-righteous and try to take it upon myself to do that. It ain't about that. It ain't about that. All is forgiven anyway. I forgive him. I got to. I forgive him. But that ain't gonna happen again. That ain't gonna happen again. I guarantee you that. It's not gonna happen again. We don't move like that. I mean, we carry ourselves better than that. We do what we can to carry ourselves better than that. People get to see our growth. They get to see the good times. They get to see the not good times. They get to see the struggles. They get to see the good communication, the not good, the bad communicate. They get to see everything, man. You just see in a relationship the ebbs and the flows and the ups and the downs, man. That's it. You know. But I promise you this: if I was in the position during that whole scenario this past week, if I was in the position to keep her safe, if I was in the position at the time to make sure she was safe and protect her, I easily would have did it. But it's impossible. You know, another thing I've been thinking about this past week is I don't like how sometimes a woman will want protection, but then they'll keep doing reckless stuff. You know, in this particular scenario, Kaj didn't do anything reckless. She didn't necessarily do anything reckless. In this particular scenario, Kaj didn't do anything reckless. She didn't necessarily do anything reckless. She was innocent. But I
ain't even finna hold y'all, but bless his heart. Just bless his little heart. But Talib, I'm gonna have to give it to you like I'm gonna have to shoot you straight, sir. First of all, first things first, Kaja was extremely reckless in this situation. For her to repeatedly get dressed on a regular basis, according to y'all accounts, for several days, to go get drunk and high and have sex with someone you claim she barely knows. So she was reckless in this situation and she was not innocent. I'm going to tell you what an innocent woman would have done. An innocent woman would have never set foot in another man's house. And that's on period.
Do anything reckless, she was innocent. But there's no way she would have expected all of that to come out of that. All of what happened to come out of that relationship. There's no way she would have expected that. I wouldn't have expected it. Nobody would have expected that unless somebody already knew him and how he was. Then they would have expected that stuff. But Kaj did tell me that her friend told Kaj to be careful. She said, be careful with that dude. So that means her friend knew something. Her friend knew something about him for her to say, be careful with him. Be careful. You see? But how's she going to be careful if every time she go to his house, you want to drink? You want to drink? You want some alcohol? You want some drink? Oh, you drink? Okay, cool. You want to roll up too? You want to roll up? Okay, too. Hey, you want to get high? You want to get high? Like, we're going to get high as fuck today. When Kaj told me that this dude offered her a drug cocktail and she told him no. Numerous times she told him no. And he said, come on, man, you don't want to get high with me? You see how feminine he was. Come on, man. You don't want to get high with me? You want to get high with me?
I ain't even finna hold y'all, but y'all saw that dude in the video with Kaja at the beginning of this video. Now, and y'all heard him speak. Did this man right here sound feminine to you? Because he dang sure didn't sound like that to me. Talib is just exaggerating because he's upset. That man sound like a manly man.
You don't want to get high with me? You want to get high with me? It's 4th of July. You want to get high? We're going to get fucked up today. We're going to get as high as possible. What kind of man want to do that with a woman, bro? What kind of man want to do that? Think about it. And then after she said no, he said, that makes me feel uncomfortable. You don't want to get high with me on 4th of July. I said, yo, my homeboy said, my homeboy knows the story too. He said, yo, that's a manipulation tactic. He trying to peer pressure her into doing these drugs and then trying to guilt trip her. But
now, I'm a little confused because Talib is really sitting up here on Beyonce's internet acting like he is talking about a teenager. He talking about some peer pressure and guilt tripping. Sir, Kaja is a whole adult. When you're an adult, if somebody tries to involve you in some behavior, whether it be drinking or smoking weed, and you don't want to do it, all you got to say is no. That's it. That's all.
Guilt trip her. But the thing that worries me even more than that is people operate in patterns, man. Everything we do is in patterns. So as soon as she said that he was already offering her that drink cocktail, I said, yo, he probably already been doing it. He probably already been doing it. He just wanted your consent. But how you gonna? But think about it. Even if the dude offers Kaj this drug cocktail mixed with alcohol, which is terrible, if she already drunk, how is she gonna make sound decisions if she already intoxicated? She not. It's already gonna be a struggle because she intoxicated. She not in her right mind. You see? So I want to let y'all know, man. Y'all don't really hear me talk like this. And this is a phrase y'all don't normally hear me say, because normally I'll just be upset. I just be mad. But my feelings hurt from the whole situation. My feelings are hurt from this. Because Kaj deserved better than that. And I deserve better than that. That's some bullshit. And with that said, I holler at y'all. All of y'all deserve the best. Everybody deserves the best. And I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my experiences. I'm grateful for the lessons. I'm grateful for everything. Peace and love.
Okay, guys, so while Talib was live on IG, I was actually live on YouTube. And the topic of discussion was the pre recording that Kaja and Talib and I did. And during this conversation, Kaja herself came up to clarify the situation. I will be inserting all of what she had to say about the situation without interruption. It was really good that she was able to come up and bring further clarity in this situation. I will be giving my commentary at the very end. So, guys, let's get into this audio of Kaja from 7/8/2024. Okay, so this, Kaja, you there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. The biggest thing for me, and I mean, first of all, when I recorded the live, I didn't personally see anything off with you. Like, and for that, if there was, I apologize because I didn't see anything. I felt like you were clear, coherent. You guys were like laughing, giggling. He kissed you. You know, there was like, and you even turned the camera on him at one point, like, it's on you. Introduce yourself to the people. And he started talking. You know, it just seemed like a really cool vibe or whatever. But now Talib said that there were, you know, he was like plowing you with weed and alcohol every time you guys got together.
Uh-huh. Okay, so let me, if I can, let me just go back. I'm just going to clear, because I caught the end of it there. I was napping. I'm not feeling very well at all right now. And that's probably due to the prior week. I was drinking and, you know, I was drinking excessively, partying, and, you know, so my body is like tired. But so that was my fault. So anyway, so this is what happened is that about a week ago, or I think it was the 26th, right? It was a few days before the day of the debates, okay? But so what's going on right now is my mentor, he's like a father to me. He's an elderly gentleman that I used to be a caregiver for. His name is Barry. And he lives in my neighborhood, not right next to me, but in my neighborhood in an apartment complex. And so he's in the hospital with stage 4. He's just about to pass, actually, as of today. And he has stage 4 cancer. It's spread. He has pneumonia in his lungs. And I've been watching, and I've been visiting him each day in the hospital since Talib and remember on the pre-recorded how I explained how Talib and I had assumed Talib and I were separated because of the conversation he and I had, and I had moved out of the house into my own apartment, and hold on a minute. Hold on one second.
Mm-hmm.
And and so, and Talib and I hadn't really, had much conversation, nor had we had any physical intimacy or any talk of that. It was really like, it was just like he was like a distant friend, like somebody who I didn't barely even talk to anymore. So he was not a presence in my life during this last month or so that was significant. We barely even saw each other. Okay, so except for maybe a couple times. So I'm just telling you that so you can kind of get in my head of what was going on, because I know everybody's real curious as to how this all happened and whatnot. So in this last month or so, no, actually 2 months, I've been visiting every day Barry, my mentor, in the hospital, watching him deteriorate. It's been very traumatizing, but it is what it is. It's okay. I understand. So I'm already kind of in this different kind of emotional state with these things going on, with no support from Talib, which, would have been there had I felt that he was my partner. So I'm just flying it alone, In the meanwhile, I do have, Mary's godmother. She also lives here in town, and she also knows Barry, my mentor, the elderly gentleman, and so she's been very good to be there, and Mary's been spending time with her at times. So one day, about a week ago or whatever, on the 20-something, of the month, we got a phone call after I was leaving the hospital visiting Barry that we were going to go stop over a friend's house of Mary's godmother's. And we went over there, and it was just like straight out of the hospital. We went over there. I was feeling very emotional from seeing and experiencing the, Barry's decline in the hospital that day. And we went over to this person's house. This person was, the man in the video. Mm-hmm. And immediately, I really liked the type of thing, like he was into camping, like all the things that, you already know that I'm into, like the nature and the going to the beach and all those things. I said, oh, a new friend, you know what I mean? Like, this is a cool guy, a new friend I can hang out with. And so I did. So I ended up, I talked to him, and I called him the next day. I called him the next day. We talked for, several days. And, and then so I ended up, and I did like him. I was interested in him. And, I went to his house that one night, the night on the live video, which I really regret going live. But here's the thing. Okay. So I did drink heavily that night throughout the night. But mind you, I did like him beforehand. So the decision I made that night was my own to do that, although it was a drunken decision, and I understand it made me look really slutty. I understand that, especially as it came out that Talib, and if I had had good communication with Talib leading up to this, we would have both understood what our relationship status was. But be it that I didn't communicate that with Talib, I went upon and took it upon myself to to have a sexual relationship with this other man. And the other man, he didn't want anything to do, like, he didn't want to be online. Like, he was okay with it at the time, I think, because, there's like a hot girl in my bed. He didn't realize the repercussions of who I was doing the live. And I just wasn't thinking, and I just want to apologize to him first and foremost if he's listening. that I never meant to get him entrapped into any of that situation with me, and I know it's real messy, and I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for everybody I hurt in this. And, excuse me. And so, okay, so moving forward a few days, so I was staying over there in a nearby apartment, which was, I had just, and after that night, I went and I stayed kind of with Mary's godmother, she just lives real close by to that gentleman, okay? And so, Mary was over there with her. She had she wasn't involved in going over there or with this gentleman at all. Like that, Mary was never there, okay? So, so then the night, and I kind of just stayed. I really like be beyond the drunkenness. I told myself, okay, because I think looking back, I wanted some affection. I wanted, some attention, some affection, some love, some touch, some intimacy. And and I thought that this was a good person I was getting it from. And, and he didn't do anything wrong. Okay. Now there came the night on the 4th of July or whatever it was, or the 4th of July, the 5th of July, where it was, there was a cocktail that was made, and I didn't really want to drink it because I've done plenty of drugs in my past. Okay. It's been several years. Okay. It's been a couple of years since I did anything more than, smoking. So I didn't really want to drink that drink. And, so I pretended that I drank the drink. I pretended, for the most part, I pretended that I drank the drink. And so while doing that, I was being dishonest to that man because, he didn't know. The point being is that if I had just gone with my feelings and been honest and told the man that I wasn't comfortable drinking that, I'm a funner person. I make better decisions clearly when I'm sober, as we can all see. So, so it was just another example of me being deceptive to this man. And, and then so how it came to be that now we're all talking about it is that Talib and I have, reunited. And if anybody knows Talib he wants to talk about every detail and get to the source of the problem so we can find a solution. We're going to talk about every little potential feeling, every thought that was going through our mind, what options we should have taken. We just talk about it until it gets solved. So, so to the man who may be upset, how could you tell on my personal business? I apologize, and all I would say is that if you knew me better, you know that I have to talk about the truth. I have to talk about the feelings that made this situation happen for me with my partner Talib. And so Talib and I are always, no matter what, even if it offends people, we're going to talk about what happened. We're going to talk about it to each other. You know what I mean? So I did tell him about that situation with the drink, and I didn't want to drink it, and I kind of pretended to. I drank, I might have gotten a little in my mouth, but for the most part, I just should have been honest with everybody. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the gentleman. I'm sorry. I told, I spoke to my partner about what had happened. I think it's important to be honest in a relationship. And, this other gentleman, he's kind of just a victim of just getting involved with me, I would say. I never intended to hurt him or really drag him into the spotlight. I know he didn't want to be in that position. And, and I'm going to, moving forward, I'm going to be refraining from, engaging with him. I'm sure he'll be happy with that because I know he's not happy with me anymore. And so, that kind of quashes any potential that, I'm going to continue in that side relationship. And I just want to say I appreciate him for, allowing me into his home, even though I acted a fool and caused all this drama. And, he won't be hearing from me anymore. So that's what happened.
Okay, Kaja, but the thing of it is like Talib put a comment under the video, and he was like, "This man in the video is a very, very disturbed man." He said that he uh, kept you drunk and high the whole time, and pretty much take it. He's a dangerous person or whatever. That's a serious allegation.
Yeah, and I would say that I would have to disagree with that. I would say that I kept myself drunk and high. I put myself in that situation. I knowingly consumed whatever was consumed that I did choose to consume. And so I'm responsible for myself and my decisions.
Now, you know that I can only speak the truth to you, right, sis?
Okay.
You know that.
All right.
Do you feel that Talib is struggling? Because I feel that he's still struggling with it, which is normal. It's human. Because that's a huge statement to make. That's like allegations of SA.
No, there are no allegations. There was no SA.
You were a willing party.
I was a willing party.
Okay.
Yes, I was.
Okay, cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Because, I'm just saying, everybody, was like, well, did he, was this a SA situation with the drinking and stuff? Did he put something in her drink? The drug drink that Talib talked about, is that also a part of this? It could, that you don't Latanya was up here and she said, don't try the internet. Don't test the fate of the internet. So, I mean, I get where you're coming from as far as the need of what you needed and what you were seeking and stuff like that. And like I told you during the pre-record, I'm happy that you and Talib are talking about it, have communicated about it, and are working through it. So I'm not going to keep you long. Is there any, because you don't feel well, but is there anything else you want to say?
I would just say once again to the man who I brought into this, I apologize to you for just for even meeting you. And to Talib, I apologize for acting unbecoming of, a partner and acting slutty. And thank you for forgiving me. And I'm going to make you proud moving forward. I love you too.
Okay. Well, that's good. Thank you for calling. Well, thank you for coming up and giving us your side and clearing up that, the whole potential SA ideas that were kind of swirling about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, lady. Okay, so now we've all had an opportunity to look at this entire situation again. And in doing so, I must say the only thing, or the only person, I should say, who I feel is telling the truth is Kaja. She came up on the panel and she let it be known. She was physically attracted to that man. There was no SA. She didn't drink any drugged cocktail. According to her, she pretended to drink it. Now, Talib came up with this. I don't know. Do y'all think that Kaja told him that story about the man, keeping her intoxicated and drugged to save face? Or do y'all think that Talib made that up himself? And to be quite honest, with 2 or 3, at this point, 4 different versions of the events surrounding Kaja's infidelity, the only one that I truly can say, okay, that makes sense, is what Kaja said. What do you guys think? Weigh in on this situation. Hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts.